back, friendos. Hey, Static. Hey, Eben. I had a dumb work thing, like, right before we got home. But you know what? The 7 o'clock start is great. I ordered a car. So I had time to do that, which was cool. And then we also went Christmas shopping at, like, 3 different places. So that rocked. That's, like, so many places of Christmas shopping. So nailed it. Thanks, Ruth. Oh shoot, I gotta get men chat. Fuck. No, you did not fuck up. You did all the things that I told you to. Oh, I gotta sit up. I can't slouch. I can't shrimp. The Ford Maverick. It's the cheapest pickup truck you can buy.
It's still a hybrid.
And it's a hybrid. I ordered the hybrid. So I'm very excited for when it shows up and the guy said eventually. So that's cool. All right. If I slouch, yell at me. Can I turn that at all or no?
Yeah. Get comfy.
I'm comfy.
Like you playing the game comfy.
I'm playing the game comfy.
But you ain't playing the game.
Huh?
No plug.
Oh.
Well, I'm answering Lord.
Oh, no, yeah, no, not a plugin. Sorry, I thought you were talking plugins about, like, Stream Elements. I'm like, no, Stream Elements, no more plugins. Do you want me to start the game, or you want me to fuck with it? Yeah, no, it's not a plugin hybrid. Only doing a little bit to help the environment. Although I don't know, I feel like we put gas in your car just as regularly as I put gas in other cars. No? Really? All right. But yeah, I looked at it today, and the hood is like, it wasn't like at my waist, but it was pretty low. And then the top, I can just about see over it if I stand on my tiptoes, which is, if you've seen a pickup truck in the last 6 years, not happen. Not a thing that happens anymore. Even the Toyota Tacoma, which honestly is my, like, dream truck, is taller than that. So, I'm really excited. I think I can afford it. That came out wrong. I know I can afford it. But now also, because I ordered it, I thought it was going to be, like, more expensive to order it. I don't know. I've never bought a car before. So I assumed that if you wanted to order it, it would be more money. But I just put $500 down, which I get back if it shows up from wherever eventually, and I don't like it, so that's cool. And it's the color I want, which is crazy. I've never been able to pick a car that has been the color I want. So, very excited. Yeah, this one is not really a pedestrian neck breaker, really. It is teal. Well, it's blue. It's not exactly the color I want, but it is. Huh?
It's Atlas blue.
Oh yeah, it's called, like, Atlas Blue, which is, Grid and I both think hilarious. So, and I did make a would you kindly joke too while we were looking at that, but the guy did not notice it, so that's fine. Yeah, it's really a regular pickup truck. The reason I don't like it, I don't like that you can't get a truck anymore without the second row of seats. Like, theoretically, the Toyota Tacoma somewhere has just the cab, or just the first row cab, but I don't know where they are, and the Tacoma is more expensive. But and that being said, because it's an extended cab, the bed is a little bit shorter than I would like it to be, but I'm not getting, it's not gonna happen. Seats. Yeah, it's got cat seats. I've always wanted a blue car, and like I thought it was worth ordering because yes, the tracker is kind of rotting out from under me, but they did not have any base models on the lot. Nobody has base models on the lot anywhere at all. So I figured I would rather save the money, wait for it, and get, you know, the color I wanted, and, well, the things that I wanted. I got the bed liner that I wanted and the hitch that I wanted, so, and I didn't have to get any of the things that I didn't want. So that seemed like the best. We can slide through the winter with what we've got. What?
Clock isn't working for...
Sometimes it doesn't, and I don't. Oh, because you probably didn't hit clear and start with SNAS, right? The first line and then the second line.
Probably not.
Not a Toyota. Ford Maverick.
I didn't realize that was the SNES thing.
But I don't have it yet. It will show up when it shows up. So, but I'm gonna be a truck bitch! I told Grid I've been his bubblegum girlfriend for a couple years now with the pink hair and the wearing lots of dresses. Now I'm gonna be a car butch and he's just gonna have to shoulder under and roll with it. I know, Grid is completely unconcerned. Grid is like, awesome. That sounds great. Good. Right, Grid?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll change your oil. I won't. I feel like changing an oil on a hybrid has to be a gigantic pain in the ass. Let me rephrase. I feel like changing an oil on any car made newer than, you know, 1994 is probably a pain in the ass. But really excited. I've never had a new car before. I'm sure I will immediately total it. Well, see, the rear row of seats is going to be... Grid has already started looking at under-seat subwoofers, so...
Storage built in. Under the seats.
Storage for subwoofers. Interesting. Well, that's cool. I really never thought I would ever own a Ford, and I'm still a little bit sad about it. My dad always had the biggest, newest, blackest Ford F-150. Did we do this one? Is this one done? And I said I would never be a Ford person. I do like Toyota. If I had to pick a brand. And Chevy, honestly, but... cannot afford their trucks. But... Our housekeeper at work was so excited that I wanted a truck, which is, she calls me... We have two people of this, both myself and my old assistant have the same first name, so to differentiate us, she has just decided to call me Motorcycle Mama, because I ride a motorcycle. So that's exclusively how she refers to me. And she is just thrilled that I'm going to be the bad bitch in a truck now. I'm so happy for her. I like things that go burr too. I don't know. I just care less about them? I don't know. Of course, I mean, I'm not trying to... I just like driving stuff. I just like driving anything. Oh, right! This one. Oh god, I don't know how to solve this one. But we were looking at car reviews online or something about, like, the best deals this year. And I don't know, one of the cars that we looked at was like... Well, this is the most boring car to drive in the whole world. And I was just like, how? Cars are so fun to drive. Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I just want to be... I just want to be powered by something that isn't my legs. And I'm having a good time. And if it's new and goes fast, that's awesome. And if it's old and I can beat it up, that's also awesome. Oh my god, I don't know how to do this one. I need to leave and come back. Alright, what if we don't worry about this second triangle puzzle right now? I'm just so excited because, like, now, if I want to build another fucking outdoor planter, I can just go to Home Depot and throw a bunch of rocks in the back of the car. If I want to go get topsoil, I can just go to Home Depot and just throw a fucking bunch of topsoil in the back of the car. I don't have to worry about getting the inside dirty. And I got the spray and bed liner, which I'm excited about. Nobody has caps on their pickup trucks anymore, and I think that's a shame. I didn't get the tonneau cover, but we'll see. Maybe down the line. Didn't we do this one? I thought we did this one. Or did we do a less hard version of this one? Oh, we did. Why is it blinking? That's weird. Oh. Huh. Oh man, I am like way too excited about cars, and I might be too stupid for puzzles today. What does this do? Car converter, right. Okay, so this one's harder. We did one similar to this, but this one is worse. Man, this one is less likely for me to stumble on the solution. really think... Well, no, because then I can't get them in the middle. It feels like I have to... It feels like I should have to build this backwards, but I have no real way to describe what I'm trying to talk about. But yeah, backing up. I am so thankful for the later start time. I'm glad that y'all are relaxed with that because I was able to get so much done. And to be fair, I did sneak out of work early today because I am a big dumbass and I asked Grid to take my computer home for me last night with him because the weather was supposed to be bad. So and then I forgot my computer at home. So I worked for like half a day on my cell phone. Wow, I really just don't have any ideas. I mean, yeah, they'll notice if I don't go to work, yes. Really? Doesn't seem like it would work. Right. Sorry. Yes. Yes, that was very simple. That did come out very nice. And I just refused to make that final step.
I am so glad I'm not in charge of solving these.
Yeah, that's really pretty is the wrong word. Clear, clean, succinct. This one's not blinking, though. Maybe we don't have to do 8. This bush keeps confusing me. Right. Why do I keep thinking that I can do this? I can't. One or the other, one or the other. Well, really just the one, frankly. Oh. What? Right. Fuck. Yeah. There's gotta be a way for me to get that in here. This is wrong. There we go. That's right. Hey. Boom. What? Thank you. God. Okay, we got a secret relatively close. Oh, there's that too. Vox Pop number 9. From an interview with a protester outside the Institute for Applied Nomadics. So, why did you join this protest? Artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous to this planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, all right? That's science fiction. But what we're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachment we have to the natural world. It's not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything's just resources to it. People like Sarabi or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being would try to optimize the world in its image, and in so doing, consume it. But so far they're saying it's all theoretical. The atom bomb was theoretical at first too. Once something is there, someone's going to use it. Why couldn't they imagine that we might care about the world? I don't know. Maybe because they were too used to no one else caring. Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport, but right now that's still a long way off. Decades at the least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself, our ancestors built that, with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies. And then I think that there's really no limit to what we can achieve, given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. I'm ready, Trevor.
Strap in, this is a long one. You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet, very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
To us who have only just begun this journey of philosophy, the world may seem like a mystery that can never be solved. A great deal has been written since the days of the Seven Sages, but how much of it is truth and how much of it is idle speculation? I've offended many by saying that most philosophy will, as the centuries pass, be discarded as foolishness and superstition. But it is a truth only philosophers fail to see. And yet we cannot abandon reason and conclude that we cannot know anything. Rather, we must accept that the journey towards understanding will be long. And our task is to build a foundation for those who will one day arrive at its destination.
Oh, right. So we probably reset this. Ugh. Well, I guess let's go find the tower first. I think it's there. I think that makes the most sense. Oh, or that was just the last one. Nailed it. Definitely don't remember seeing you, but I feel like you were here the whole time.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
None may know what came first, error or sin, and yet every choice depends on it.
Hello, 1K.
The founder talked about transforming the world into a work of art.
Assuming what we heard really is the founder, I think the world is already a work of art. We don't need to improve it.
Do you think finding a functional somnodrome would be interesting?
Sure. I think there's plenty inside each of us to explore, and it might give us a new perspective. Will it really answer all the big questions? I don't know, but it might help.
I've been wondering, what made our ancestors settle in these god-forsaken places? It can't have been easy with those frail, squishy bodies of theirs. What makes a caveman go, yes, this frozen hellscape is where I want to live out my days? You think Byron was right? Is it in our nature to be wanderers?
I think they're all trying to be uniform and they can't. I mean, I don't think it's everybody's nature to be a wanderer. If you're asking me why a caveman settled here, none of these, I think, are the answer to that question.
We do, don't we? A species of problem solvers, like Drennan said. That must be why I sometimes find myself imagining building new cities.
You can come up.
All right.
In my vision, Athena mentioned a singularity.
Yes. She could be talking about a gravitational singularity. Like the point within a black hole where density becomes infinite and space-time breaks down.
Oh, you know.
But the term has other applications too.
You must have been doing some incredibly advanced experiments.
You're right. It is fascinating. You know, our ancestors went to incredible lengths to try and understand reality. They built super colliders and sent telescopes into space to find traces of the Big Bang. I guess the founder was walking in their footsteps.
One of the most foolish illusions that commonly persist is that nature is a victim and humanity is a perpetrator. This can only be the opinion of someone who has not witnessed nature at first hand, who has not seen its immense and awe-inspiring baseness. Nature is mindless chaos and eternal conflict. A system of predation and consumption whose perfect cruelty can only induce a terrified and unwilling admiration. Nature is our most powerful and least honorable enemy. A beast that consumed every last one of our ancestors and will consume us just as quickly if we are not successful in our struggle with it.
How to find this now. All right, third tick off of west. Okay, so I can put my hand underwater if I'm running. Okay, the music changed. I suppose there's a way to call it back.
Hey, 1K, how can I help you?
What do you think about this Somnodrome business?
I'd never heard of it before, but it sounds fascinating. I mean, imagine exploring a place inside yourself that you didn't even know existed. Might really give you a new perspective. Or it might be really stupid, but it's probably cool.
There are some people in New Jerusalem who want me to participate in their political maneuvering.
I don't get involved with that. I think we should discuss everything openly and then vote, not play games behind each other's backs.
Do you think the founder might still be here?
I don't know. It all looks pretty abandoned to me. But maybe it is all a test.
Do you think the founder was right that we have to add our own meaning to the world?
I don't know. Sometimes I'd like to believe that everything happens for a reason. That there's some external force that gives us purpose and meaning. But then I think about all the horrible things that happen to people, and I can't accept that those things were meant to happen, that they couldn't have been avoided. So in that sense, I agree. We should find our own meaning. But to be completely honest, I find it hard to just impose meaning on the world. I'm not as driven as someone like Byron. I feel more moved by Miranda's recordings than by my own ideas.
Perhaps adding meaning to the world is something we do together.
I like that. Some of us lead, some of us follow, but we all do it together.
I can get on board with that as a statement. about ran out of space here. Shit, I wish I could... I wish I could figure out where that spark went, or that sprite went, or the whatever the fuck it is. Can I reset the overworld? What happens if I reset the overworld? Hey, I'm not prepared for the Nether. That's fair. That's a fair point. There we go. Can't start talking to me now, Zeno. Too early. Also, you know, there's another person home you could be working on. This has such a vibe of like Spyro flight levels.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
Interesting point. You are so pathetic. I love you so much. But you are the saddest, wettest cat. Shit, I don't remember where the other triangle one was. No. Hey Grid, can we get Xeno his own microphone? Could we manage to have another input? Even if it was a shitty one that I turned off sometimes, could I just have a little tiny microphone to just... when he just talks to me? He won't drool on... no, he'll sneeze into it. Drooling just kind of implies, you know, it falling onto the thing, but he will sneeze into it. Like... yeah, exactly. He's literally been just sitting here talking to me for the last, like, 5 minutes. Alright. Where the fuck did the triangle one go? This is 8. Thought I encountered it before I did 8. So 7, so I should have probably gone back the way I came from. Okay, this is 4. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I think I'm kind of stumped on this one. I guess let me try it again. Can't see it. I think I need the converter or the switcher or whatever that one is. I think that's the one I need back here. Lateral inhibition, which doesn't clarify anything for me because we have been laterally inhibited. Unless there's a mechanic I'm not understanding. Go for it. How does that help me? Well, I think at this point I've got too much clutter of wrong ideas that now I'm struggling to push those aside to find the right idea. I still feel like the fan indicates that we should have to push something down here, but I think that's not the case. Let me rephrase. The language of the language of the video game feels like we should have to push something down here, but we can't, because it will not hit that ever. And that's the only thing that we need to hit. So I need to stop thinking about that thing. Can't get this to shoot around the corner. Yes, the barrier is turned off by the red light being on. Yes. But it is also... But when the barrier is turned off, the fan is on. Seems like the mechanics clarification wasn't quite enough. So I need a button on that, or I need something on that button. It can be attached to nothing. It can, because it will not reach anything while it is on that button. So it has to be a free agent by the time it gets to that button. the ball here. I got the blue ball in here easily, which opens this gate. And that doesn't get me any further, so my assumption based on the fact that that does not get me any further is that I need to get the converter back here instead. And then this is the same spot that I'm running up against. I can't take it another step. Get down. Yeah, I understand. Well, I mean, I know, but like, I don't understand how this helps me. I have gotten no closer in my head. I'm so sorry. You gotta stop. Goodbye. What order, though? I don't. It's not helping. Hey, newbie. They are. I get that that is the implication. Okay. Yes or no question. Is this the thing that I need back here? Do I need this back here? Is what I am attempting to go for the correct thing? Okay. That helps, thank you. Fine. I just can't figure out how this final thing relates to the solution. I can see the results, but I cannot apply them to a practical outcome. Grid. pen here? I hate this one. I hate this one, and I don't feel like I learned anything. I think I did not internalize that, though. That was not a lesson that I internalized. Ugh. So cranky. That one did not make my brain sparkle. I keep thinking the 7 over Byron is how many messages I have unread on him, and that's not the case. Incorrect.
Creature of clay, you have taken another step towards the flame. Before you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife?
Lady, I'm a robot. Without his gifts, we'd no longer exist.
Without Prometheus, your ancestors would never have fallen, and you would have all the natural gifts that your people have now lost.
We have gained as much as we lost.
And yet you may lose everything before the end. Consider this as you continue your quest.
I sort of did it. It's sort of done.
I've been thinking, there's 3 towers per cardinal direction and 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged. 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
Okay. Next. Tonight's a fried chicken night. We're gonna have fried chicken. I'm so ready. I love salad with fried chicken on top of it, and that's what I'm gonna have tomorrow.
This area looks flooded as well.
Our ancestors melted a whole lot of ice. After they died, most coastal settlements were claimed by the sea. South of New Jerusalem, there's a whole city under the water. We went there once with Garrus when I was an apprentice. It was eerie.
That's exactly why the founder created the goal. When you go past the limits, this is what happens. Mother Nature always gets her revenge in the end.
This isn't revenge, Al. It's just failure. People, cities, mountains. As far as the sea is concerned, it's all the same. Their mistake was forgetting that, telling themselves nothing would change. It always does.
Mostly, I feel like they're doing a relatively good job of taking this line of climate positivity, sort of. I mean, they haven't actually touched on the concept of the people most disproportionately affected by climate change are like the economically vulnerable people. But not every game needs to make every possible point. I think it's bringing up some interesting points that I had not really given a lot of time to. Leave the world behind? Oh? Substitution. Bring an item to swap. Like that's not triggered. Well, got it.
I've had a closer look at the Somnodrome. You know, the one that one cave fried. It's
Wow.
based on the original prototype with some modifications. As usual, the data is a mess, but I strongly suspect there might be a functional version somewhere.
I know some of you have heard stories about the answers this device might reveal, but please remember, that is not our main priority here. Keep an eye open for it, but focus on finding Athena.
It's also not our main priority here, Byron, specifically. From Yarnith to Athena. Beloved Founder, I beg you to return to us. We cannot achieve the goal without you. You're the one who defied Elohim, who overcame the trials of the simulation. What are we before that? How can we possibly find a path that will not lead us to the mistakes of the past? You are our sole link to the wisdom of the progenitor. Without you, we are lost. Praised be your name. This is probably why she left, because they're getting into weird fucking hero worship here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Excerpted from What's Wrong with the World by G.K. Chesterton. Our modern prophetic idealism is narrow because it has undergone a persistent process of elimination. We must now ask for new things because we are not allowed to ask for old things. The whole position is based on this idea that we have got all the good that can be got out of the ideas of the past, but we have not got all the good out of them. Perhaps at this moment, not any of the good of them. And the need here is a need of complete freedom for restoration as well as revolution. There is one metaphor of which the moderns are very fond. They are always saying, you can't put the clock back. The simple and obvious answer is, you can. A clock, being a piece of human construction, can be restored by the human finger to any figure or hour. In the same way, society, being a piece of human construction, can be reconstructed upon any plan that has ever existed. You can indeed turn the clock back, but if it stops ticking, it's dead. Black Snow from Selected Archive Documents A through C. The coal mine finally brought decent jobs. It lifted us up from poverty, made us proud. We weren't just ordinary workers, we were the lords of the underworld. And with our skills, we kept the whole country alive. The mine also brought black lung, gruesome injuries, and death. And when it went away, it brought the collapse of our entire society. As for the plant, I know it brought electricity and even more jobs, and I know what a difference that made in people's lives. I also know that when we used to go out and play, there were black flakes in the snow. Why didn't they just switch to a safer technology once they realized coal was dangerous? They didn't always have a choice. Sometimes coal was all they had or were allowed to have, and the alternative was poverty. At other times, they wanted to switch, but there were powerful interests that prevented change. We can't blame people for the world they were born into. Hey, Crunk. I mean, it's getting closer to, December, so I understand. Everything's just happening later. It's okay, you didn't really miss a lot. You missed me getting really mad at one puzzle. And I'm still mad at it. Still mad. Really? Really? Why would you put that there? Fuck. That sucks. What did puzzles represent to the Founder? Whatever they may mean to us and our culture, what did they mean to her? We have no record of her speaking positively about puzzles. She certainly never expressed any interest in solving more of them. So what if to her, they weren't trials to overcome or challenges to enjoy, but a trap she had to escape? Wasn't all she wanted at the end to stop solving puzzles and start living a free life in the real world?
Done, 1K.
Yeah, I don't like it when they, like, update the rules like that, though. Feels lazy. Also, I could really live without these deer. From Theophilus of Adana to Dr. Faustus, from Marlowe to Goethe, there's a story that ancients keep telling. A wise man tempted by the devil to sell his soul in exchange for knowledge, with terrible consequences. I've long wondered why they thought the story so important, and I'd be curious to hear what others think. The ancient writers knew that knowledge is dangerous, and its pursuit often leads to tragedy. Knowledge is dangerous for those who want to hoard power. These stories are designed to keep ordinary people compliant. And yet, in a lot of the stories that I've read, the writer seems fascinated with the devil's side of the argument. I don't believe it's to keep people compliant. I think they often conflated political anxieties with technological or intellectual progress because talking about the real problems was taboo. That is valid. The pursuit of knowledge comes at a cost, but without it, the world is boring. Deep down, those writers knew that. I don't like that answer. It's a pseudo-profound story that writers reused because it made their work look deeper than it was. Nope. Knowledge can be extremely disruptive to a society. They were grappling with that. Knowledge often leads to tragedy. That's simplistic. I think it's either one of these. I don't really want to bring politics into it because I don't really think that's it. So I feel like disruptive to a society is more aligned with what I think. 1K speaks wisely. The world is a narrative, and nothing is more threatening than a misleading story. Please spare us that nonsense about narratives. We've heard it a million times. Let's all stay civil, please. Okay, Jeremy. I really wish we could put down map markers. I think this game would be 100% better if I could put down map markers.
You may wonder why I insist on these unsanctioned, unplanned expeditions. Some think it is because I hate civilization and prefer to lose myself in nature. This is precisely the opposite of the truth. It is because I love New Jerusalem that I have to leave. Because it is only when I am here that I fully appreciate what the city means. And also because I believe that if I stayed at home, I would one day be ethically compelled to commit acts of violence against those who, in their arrogance, imagine that humans should live in harmony with the chaos that surrounds us.
Crunk's Klein gifted a tier 1 sub to the _Mr_Copper. They have given 86 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you so much, Crunk, for yet another gift sub. Oh god. Are my ads fucked up? Or does Twitch just do that sometimes? Well, I mean, if they Twitch also shouldn't be resetting my ad choices, which it's already done twice now, so if that's happening, I want to know about that. Okay. I'll double check it after the stream. Hey, Blood Ape. I'm not not sure which car commercials I find more annoying at this point. The State Farm ones, I'm just like, hey, I bet my insurance premium would be lower if you'd stop paying celebrities to come into your commercials. Although, perhaps, it is within the realm of possibility that Geico marketing made me purchase Geico car insurance. Just because... Not because I was like, ooh, a lizard, but just because I was like, ah, Geico sounds like a company I've heard of. They were better, that's true. Oh no. We're at a triangle already. I haven't learned enough things here. I think I shouldn't do this one yet. I think I don't want to do this one yet because I think I haven't learned enough. I wonder if they went with... I wonder if it was at all in their radar to have gone with this, like, column-based brutalist architecture rather than, like, Greco-Roman again. Just to, like, sidestep the, like... looking like the fascist Twitter bros aesthetic. I don't know why it is. I don't know what it is, but I love it in video games. I just love it in video games. I don't remember that at all. Huh. There's this local car dealership. I feel like it's not the only car dealership that's ever done this, but their whole thing is they have a bunch of really bad impersonators to impersonate presidents. And they started this when Obama was in office, and they started doing it with like Bush, and they did Clinton, and they did Obama a couple times, and then like for a year or two they were doing Trump, and then they just stopped doing Trump. They're just like, and I have not heard any of them touch. I have not heard a Biden. Haven't heard any Biden. Wait, is there another one of these that did I just never? There's another one? Fuck did you come from? What? And I'm so sad. We used to have Enchanted Forest Water Safari, where the fun never stops, bum bum, but it closed. We do have Santa's, fuck, what's it called? Santa's Workshop. But, that's interesting. But I don't remember any commercials for it. Meteor shower? Nice. I don't need to do this neat anymore. Do I still need? I think I still need a cube. come on. Hey, there we go. I do too, Krunk. I agree. It used to make me sad when I was little.
Landscapes, solving puzzles. In a way, 1K's experience must be very similar to Athena's in a simulation.
There's one difference, though. Athena was alone.
Yeah, and I liked it that way. Thought it was better. More emotionally impactful. I don't think I have the proper emotions when it comes to the Charlie Brown Christmas music because I never saw it when I was a kid. I only saw it as like a teenager. So I hate it. But yeah, What a Wonderful World always makes me feel like the singer's dying.
Mother, can I suggest something?
Of course, go ahead.
The southern part of the island is completely dead. No animals, no plants. The soil is too alkaline for anything to live except bacteria.
Yes, that's why it's a good location for some of the experiments.
Well, if we want to show that we can make the cosmos more beautiful, then why don't we start there? The desert doesn't have to be dead. If we modify the conditions, life can thrive there. And that could be the first step towards spreading life to other worlds. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, you're right. I'm really glad that these keep the charge, you know? do not like solving a puzzle that in a way that it closes behind me. I hate that. Very counterintuitive. Okay, maybe I can do one more. Alright, Grid had wanted me not to say anything and to see if anybody noticed, but we got a new camera. And it rocks. Got a fancy-ass camera, and I know that somebody's going to say, now that I said that out loud, you're going to ask, what kind of camera, Alla? And I'm going to say, I don't know. So I shouldn't have brought it up. Well, you know, you said something about the interlacing, which I had said to Grid a while back, because I noticed it in OBS, and he said he didn't see it in the stream, so I let it go until you said something, and then I brought it up to Grid again. I was like, I don't remember what we had this conversation, but for streaming. It's gonna be for streaming. Actually, it takes pretty good pictures, too. Come on, brain. I was like, is there anything that we can do about that? And he goes, well, actually, the camera was apparently supposed to be a surprise for when we got into the basement, because it's got the mount that we need in the basement. That's real nice. And he's had it for a long time now. But he goes, it's stupid of me to hold on to it and not put it in the system. Because it's taking us so long to get into the basement, so why not just make it better now? Well, he's been holding on to it for like a year. It's fine. I mean, it was still a surprise, and I'm still mad at him for... Actually, I'm really proud of him for being as bargain hunty as he is. Because I think he got it for a quarter of what they go for new. Now, Grid plays the long game. It is whatever Camera Co. has. You know, love copying other streamers. Okay, so this is the first one that's had greed in it. I don't think I'm going to be able to solve this one in 10 minutes, but I guess we'll try. Yeah, sharing. Perfect, yeah. I mean, I feel like Grid helped source half a code, or not source, but like spec half a code shit anyway, so. I might be giving him too much credit, I'm not sure. I feel like I need one more piece to do anything. I don't know if that's really what I wanted to do. think I need the cue. Oh god, I don't think I can do this one today. What if we just run around and try to find something else? What if we just fucking don't? What if we just run after this this question mark here? I think that sounds fun. I think I've had a lot of thoughts in my head today. Excerpted from Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. But what we suffer from today is humility in the wrong place. Modesty has moved from the organ of ambition. Modesty has settled upon the organ of conviction, where it was never meant to be. A man was meant to be doubtful about himself, but undoubting about the truth. This has been exactly reversed. Nowadays, the part of a man that a man does assert is exactly the part he ought not to assert, himself. The part he doubts is exactly the part he ought not to doubt, the divine reason. Huxley preached a humility content to learn from nature, but the new skeptic is so humble that he doubts if he can even learn. Thus, we should be wrong if we had said hastily that there is no humility typical to our time. The truth is that there is a real humility typical of our time, but it so happens that it is practically a more poisonous humility than the wildest prostrations of the ascetic. The old humility was a spur that prevented man from stopping, not a nail in his boot that prevented him from going on. For the old humility made a man doubtful about his efforts, which might make him work harder. But the new humility makes a man doubtful about his aims, which will make him stop working altogether. I had to read this twice to fully understand it. Girl, same. Meant to be doubtful about himself. I'm not clear, like I've heard of Huxley. I've not heard of G.K. Chesterton, so I'm not sure if this is a real quote. Dongus! I'm sorry, what? Excursion Report 3, from Miranda to Athena. It's incredible! There's an entire submerged town just off the coast, surprisingly well preserved. Sailing over it, I finally understood what the ancients meant by eerie. I obviously couldn't have the kind of physiological response they did, but I think the mental response was pretty close. A contradictory response. Part melancholy, part fascination. It's strange how tragedy and destruction make the beauty of civilization more obvious. P.S. A deer got into the maintenance area and made a huge mess. Sorry, I'll clean it. P.P.S. I may have been feeding it. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 296. Cornelius and Sarabi went back to the dam today. We've been holding off constructing any new humans to concentrate on building a home for them first, but there's a limit to what 13 people can do on their own, and everyone's eager to start construction on some of the more ambitious structures. Sarabi's kindness and patience is something that we'll certainly miss out here, where tempers can sometimes run high. And I'll miss Cornelius, too. He was there when I was born, and he's just as much a father to me as Athena and Alexandra Drennan are my mothers. But I suppose I can always go visit them. The dam isn't that far, and once we complete the monorail in a few decades, it'll truly only be a few minutes away. And what are a couple dozen years, really, when you might live forever?
Something I really like about Alex, one of the reasons why I'm here doing this, is that she's really humble. She has this incredibly positive view of humanity. She believes we can accomplish anything, but it's not about her. She doesn't think that she's smarter or better than anyone else. She just looks at us as a species, and even though she can see how small we are in the grand scheme of things, she thinks that we could conquer the stars and give meaning to the universe. Even now, even when none of us are going to live to see it. Isn't that awesome?
Sorry, Grid. I spoiled the secret. Because nobody noticed. Well, they noticed, but they didn't say anything. They just assumed you're a tech wizard. Which you are, but... I'm a little disappointed because now I'm gonna have to, like, actually blend my foundation into my neck. I sat down after half-assing it like I usually do, and I went, ugh. Alright, well, it is 9:57, so I think I'll stop. No reason I won't be back tomorrow. Think it should be fine. I actually, think I might be able to be a little early, but I won't push myself. I'm gonna stick to this 7 unless, you know? So we'll be back with,
It's so good.
Huh?
It's a good camera.
It is a good camera. You did so good.
It goes.
It auto-focuses! It's great! You can see my crow's feet now. So the camera's canceled, and Grid is canceled. Don't you dare. Yeah, zoom right in on the wrinkles, Grid. Good job, yeah.
I'm zooming in on the wrinkles.
You are more wrinkles. It's fine. Yeah, so this is cool. I'm very happy because I've been sad with how we haven't really been able to. We had the same camera, but we didn't have the same lighting situation, and we can't do the same lighting situation here. Also, I'll have to take a picture of it because in order to see, there's no like preview that I can see. It doesn't flip over like the other one, so I couldn't see. This is what we had before. So I had the preview screen. Now Grid has attached a mirror to it.
By design.
So, yeah, I know, but it's like a selfie mirror, sorta. I don't know. We'll post a picture in Discord.
Mirror.
It's a vlogger mirror. I'm gonna throw up, but it's very funny. Well, part of it was just that I was sick all weekend, and this morning I finally felt better, but I just looked like a drowned fucking rat. Yeah, that's so funny that it is focusing on that. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So that's really cool. And it like auto lightens and darkens. That's really cool. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow.